Hello.
Hey!
Redemption, we redeem your Monday one roll at 8 time. Welcome to the friends who I was just talking to on TikTok.
Hey, TikTok friends.
Good job transferring over.
TikTok goes the clock.
And this is your chance to tell us if everyone sounds correct. You know, if anything's weird, let us know.
I mean, here, caveat, if anything's weirder than it normally is, let us know. It gets weird here.
It does get weird here. Just it's a fair warning now if you're new.
It's apparently is now finger a sex word? Only?
It was specifically the finger eye that it called out. So it's like,
Finger
is that
eye.
like
oh wow, we're all
a formal request version of finger eye?
Finger eye is just
That's
bad
terrible grammar.
English.
Bad grammar.
It's when you are so needy that you can't even words properly. Finger eye, please. Icon has
It's a sign
fingering.
of desperation.
Help. Anyway, this is kind of how it goes. So
And if you were wondering, this is not safe for children. So there you have it.
Yeah,
It's
no.
not.
Also
Hopefully you did not walk in with your whole family just standing by.
I put my children to bed and I become a different person. It's
Become another person.
another person. Fun mom. I'm a cool mom. All right, Bardy. Bard man.
Tell
Hit us with that recap.
Alrighty. Our party descended into the catacombs in search of the evil cleric. Eventually, they found him, along with a variety of assorted demons. They were cutting through them like a hot knife through butter. Nothing could stop them. That is until they found the demon prince who could definitely stop them. Thanks to some quick counterspelling from Akir, a heavy dose of healing hands from Torkel, the party was able to make a hasty retreat. Mina hauled Atreus out, Kai wrestled the Pegasus out of the room, and now they go seeking rest and respite, and whatever else they will find on their way deeper into the Dreadwood. Assuming that's the direction that they go.
I mean, we should probably explore this place more, but also one of us is almost dead. Torkel.
Yeah, Torx isn't looking too hot.
Not gonna lie. So did we decide that Mina didn't see what actually happened canonically?
Correct.
Okay.
Canonically, she does not know how bad it actually was.
Okay.
She knows that he was wrapped up in the serpentine, but she has no idea that he actually passed out and
failed 2 death saves.
yeah.
Okay, then Torkel's feelings are not hurt that he got absolutely no appreciation after being hung out to dry.
No idea that Torkel did that. So if you are planning to slip something in there, remember her reaction is going to
just needed to know canonically what happened.
and Torkel have already made the silent agreement, never speak of this. So that's how that goes.
Yep. Okay.
I feel like Atreus is also on that, hey, we're not telling my wife I died, right?
It's like mentally.
You think I would ever say those words? Ever?
Nope.
I'm not sure I could do it even if you were gone.
You would turn into a rotisserie Aarakocra immediately. Like
Nice. I don't know why y'all aren't exploring. Collectively, you still have nearly 500 hit points.
Yeah, fuck you, Robert.
Akir would be interested in exploring, but Akir also did not take any damage through this entire encounter. So,
yeah.
I would like to insight check our DM.
I took was because I couldn't return to to Kai.
I threw 2 people out of that room. 2. Okay. So Mina's not about to start going back in there just
My giant owl hauled the giant Pegasus out. That counts for
It was
something.
awesome.
It was honestly quite the wrestling match because Caven got like a 19.
23.
Like rolled a 19 plus 4, 23, and Kai rolled a nat 20, and then threw like guidance and everything that they could on top of it. It was actually, it was probably quite the sight, honestly.
Fair.
Yeah. The power struggle there was a literally epic proportions. So, if you missed the ending of that combat, it all occurred in the Discord. So, please join our Discord. It's free. It's super fun.
awesome.
We do lots of cool stuff there and lots of dumb stuff there.
So much dumb stuff. So much good writing, though. So
much good writing. Shout out to our subscribers who play with us. We are currently level 4 taking on a juvenile Kraken. So that's super fun for me as the DM running the Kraken.
Not super fun for our characters who are in no way prepared to face a Kraken, but luckily we have a cannon. So as long as that keeps working, we'll be maybe able to survive.
Love the fact that the cannon is both on our tower and on the ship, and that we're just ignoring that lack of continuity.
This is Dex's cannon. He bought this cannon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dex needed a cannon that we, took away, so he got a new one.
I see. So there is no lack of continuity. I feel much better now.
Got you.
you tried to call out Rob's lack of continuity.
We also have to remember that the sea ghost.
I already realized that there was a continuity error.
We also have to remember
good
that the
because
sea
my
ghost...
least favorite thing is continuity errors.
We have to remember that the sea ghost is currently distributing like millions of dollars worth of deeds to random people. So like, we could also just trade these. Like, hey, would you like this?
Actually received one of these deeds?
Sure, of course, definitely, tons of people.
Of course.
Yeah, we're just like giving them away for cheap.
Yeah, that happens.
Donations.
Cheap
They
or
are
free?
dirty deeds given dirt cheap.
Yo.
Nice.
Dirty deeds.
You guys went and actually saw her mom, or no? Not canonically.
All in favor of Amelia playing a bard at some point?
No, I only cleric. Hey, fucking
Let's let the subscribers vote.
Oh
no, no. Okay,
we did
wait.
realize
I-
that we do have our 1-year stream anniversary coming up in June. We have been streaming on Twitch since June 13th of last year. So maybe we'll do a special one-shot or something. We haven't talked about this, so I'm just kind of putting everyone on the spot. And Amelia could play a bard.
Wow.
Yeah, you.
I
just
will
exude
only.
bard.
And I could play something that's not an animal.
Is it because I'm horny all the time?
That helps.
And you say a lot.
She's gonna play a bard tiefling.
I'll tell. Oh my god, I'm gonna be a tiefling bard, and none of y'all are safe. I will flirt with every one of you. You can't escape my
Never mind.
love.
I'm
All
playing
right,
an animal
let the
just to
record
make it
show-
worse.
Let the record show that at 8:14 p.m. on this date, May 1st, Amelia agreed to play a tiefling bard.
Oh, I
And
am
there you
saving
have
the
it. It's
screen
recorded.
capture.
It's recorded.
And you know what? Because I said I would flirt with everyone, even if you play an animal, you're not,
You're not
safe.
safe.
You're not
All right,
That's
safe.
it.
Rob, we're gonna have to
I am
work
making
something
an
out here.
NPC ooze person.
Ooze person?
We can be siblings. An ooze person? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
I'm
could
gonna.
play an ooze.
Plasmoid, baby.
Oh, I'll figure out how to do that.
I can play.
Very easy. I do all the work.
No, nope. I'll save it for that.
There
Anyway,
you go.
right now though, I'm a broody cleric boy who only likes my wife. So
So there you go. How would you all like to proceed? I believe you are on your way up the stairs into the sanctuary and realized that the overgrown trees that had blocked the skylight of the sanctuary had slowly, or at least somehow, a little bit of sunlight was now creeping in where before it was completely dark in here.
We agreed not to use fire against it.
yeah, no.
But we should
Hey,
close
though.
the passageway, at least temporarily, so no one else wanders down and dies.
How is it still open?
Because I shoved
Kai-
it.
I shoved it.
Kai had floated it
Yeah.
with magic and then shoved it really
Right.
hard, and it fell out of the magic and is now like over there.
Over yonder. Got it.
Big
So
is this
not
Or
stuff.
easy to do.
Big magic stone.
big magic stone.
We don't.
Will a crowbar help?
Will my muscles help?
We
My
Maybe.
crowbar
sticks
will
when we
help.
need them.
Right?
Dex.
would it
Trying not to have anyone die.
Aw,
Oh, that's true.
good, buddy.
would it make
Very good.
sense to take a portion of the stone with us? Do we have any of the ancient magic stone?
Not to my
Thought
memory.
to ever
I don't
collect
think
it.
we have any. I don't know what we would do with it. Do you have an idea?
I just feel like it's all over this world, and that might be a valuable thing to have.
Well, if it's all over this world, it's not very high in demand, is it?
I just feel like it could be really useful in the future.
To do what?
I don't know, but
Just
I
have a feeling.
feel like I have a
I have
feeling.
a feeling.
I don't deal well with feelings.
If you would like to chip away at a magic stone, be our guest.
I would, in fact, like to chip away at a magic stone. Thank you.
3 questions. Do you have masonry tools?
I do.
Torquil
Does.
does, yeah.
Do you have a way to make those masonry tools magical?
I do not.
Torquil does not.
Can you shillelagh them?
No. They're not
I
wooded.
have a magical rapier. Can I use that?
I mean, you can. It won't do anything productive. It will probably break your rapier. Do you have some other magic that specifically affects stone?
Doesn't Atreus have a sword that shatters?
Torquil has shatter.
I have Shatter
Shatter
Spike.
Spike would
I can
probably
give
be
you
the
that.
best option if we're committed to this.
I haven't used it in a while because I have Night Render now. So
And-
if you would
And
like
we
to
generally don't need to
use,
shatter things.
if you would like to
Torquil does
break
that for
this,
us.
Atreus, give me an
Fucking-
investigation
Yeah.
check.
investigation. And I walk through the fire. Now I'm gonna sing Buffy. It's gonna be a 19 investigation check.
You realize that your shatter spike is not on your person.
I
Your wife has
lost my sword.
I have it. Right?
You have my.
Right? I don't know what I'm trying to take things.
I mean, anything that
don't
we're
know
not
why.
carrying is probably in her
Why
bag.
do you
If anyone drops something, she
Why
just
do you
picks it
have
up and
my
puts it in her bag.
sword?
But
Why
probably
did
because
you-
you weren't walking around with 2 swords like the Witcher. So
I wanted to look cool though.
sorry.
Well,
Things
That's
fine.
too bad. We
excessive.
can't all be cool.
You have a spiritual weapon and a magical weapon. Didn't think it was necessary.
It's sentimental. But now we can let Kai break it, I guess. Maybe. Please don't break it. It is actually
I mean-
sentimental.
Can Torquil not just shatter it?
I could try.
Do we actually want to destroy the
Bad
only thing that
idea.
was preventing a demon
Um,
prince from escaping? Or other people
No,
encountering
The
it?
Not
only
really.
thing preventing him.
The only physical thing.
What, Kai? What else was preventing him?
Lots of
There
hopes
was-
and dreams.
There was like a magical aura around him.
Mm-hmm.
Paladin who we now have
Preventing him from coming to you, or preventing you from going to him?
I guess we don't know that.
Mhm.
I mean, I imagine the demon could move this giant ass stone if he really wanted to. If we put it back on top.
I mean, we're assuming that we can move it without the power of the moon,
It's also
which
true.
I don't think is a safe assumption. Because it's magic.
It's also true.
Do we know that the moon light is necessary? Like, would it respond the same way to the moonlight now that it's off of the sacred area?
There's
You
an
have
easy way
no
to
idea.
find out.
In the moon hits your eye.
How many spell slots you got left?
1.
Is it of second level or higher?
It is, in fact. I mean, I have all of my first level, but I only have 1 of my second level left.
My
Do I have
Akira's
to
vote
put
is
it
that we
back?
put the stone back where we found it, or so help me.
With
Damn it.
teamwork, dreamwork.
Thank you.
Damn it.
Because you can move the moonbeam, right?
I
So
can
you'll
move
put
the
it in the
moonbeam.
moonbeam, and then we'll slowly move it with you over the thing, and then you turn off the moonbeam, and it drops.
I love that you think I'm going to turn off the moonbeam and not send it back to the devil.
I don't care where you put it, just not on the stone.
Okay.
I don't think the moonbeam is gonna do anything to the devil.
I also don't think you
You
can
don't
put
think
it there if
he's
you
going to
can't
take
see
damage?
him.
Ah,
And he's definitely out
I
of
don't-
range.
I also
is he out of 60
don't-
feet from me?
He's a few hundred feet away
Down.
and
Yeah, we are-
down below.
Fine.
And I'm gonna say this, Kai, don't instigate the demon.
Demon. Wanna talk
I'm going to give you inspiration for logic and wisdom there.
Wise cleric is wise.
I don't think I've almost ever given out inspiration for actually doing what your class is made to do.
Because
So
not
Yeah.
to me, you
Because you
haven't.
don't often.
I don't often just do the wise, sagely cleric thing. But
No, let's talk about
I almost died.
a few minutes earlier in this day where the cleric decided, let's open yet another coffin because it went so
A
well
sealed
last
one.
time.
Let's open a sealed sarcophagus.
Do you want to go even before that when your cleric said, hey, I'm just going to charge into melee?
Twice.
Like, yeah, twice. Atreus has, I think, learned his lesson.
He's wise, not smart.
Hey.
Can we not? Yes. Can we not antagonize the
Mina's just
demon?
gonna look
right
at him
now?
real quick and be like, "You good?
you possessed?
You okay?
Are you possessed?
Blink twice."
I will
if it's-
cast Moonbeam on the stone.
All right. The moonbeam comes down and the stone rises up from its awkward shifting position. And as it does, it rights itself to be perfectly in line. It just needs to be shoved
Mina, want
over.
to give me a hand? Mina and Akira are going to push it together in tandem with Kai moving it. And
Cool.
Mina's going to make
I'm
a
just
weird
gonna
sound.
sit over
and
here.
Akira's gonna be like, are you okay?
One of you make an athletics check
Me!
with
What's your
advantage,
athletics?
please.
Okay.
Better
Mine's
than
a plus
yours,
9.
probably.
7.
Her athletics is being rolled already. That's what her
Mine's
athletics
better,
is.
though.
I don't care.
That's fine.
All right, I'm just gonna sit over here.
Torpid
Fuck
kicks
yeah!
another
Nat
cat
20, baby.
Oh,
You want to talk about my athletics
20 and a
again?
2,
You
man.
want to talk about my athletics? Okay, but the 20 was the first one, so that would have been it.
yeah, it's all Mina. Akira contributed nothing. The 2 was Akira.
He just looked really good beside her.
Uh-oh.
He's flapping his wings. It's very impressive, and he's really
Impressive
barely
wings
even
there.
touching it. Mina's just powerhousing this thing
Doing
as
really
Kai
good.
slowly directs
No,
the
Mina's
Um,
pushing it hard, and Akira's like holding it back to be like, "Don't push it too fast! Don't push it too fast!"
Slowly, slowly,
Stay in the
slowly.
moonbeam!
Very Ross from Friends.
Watch your step here.
Pivot!
Watch your step.
Pivot!
All right. Are we going to sink it, or are you going to remove the moonbeam and drop
Sink
it?
and sink.
How would you like to
Sink it
plug
and
this
sink
hole?
it. Just slowly start like pressing it down, and once it's
Yeah.
like very close, then be like, "All right, Kai, let her rip."
All right. Give me a sleight of hand check to not get your own self
Can
in
I
the moonbeam.
roll
Hydrate.
this one?
Hydrating.
'Cause I have a +10 sleight
Hydrate.
of hand. Can I roll this one?
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Am I getting assistance? Cool.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Cool. 28.
Yeah, it's beautiful. This is apparently what both of you were made for.
We should start a moving
is-
company.
Right? The
The
dice
Tempest
are
Dragon's
moving
moving.
tonight. Let's bring out that dragon. Yeah. You are able to successfully maneuver it and get it about 3 inches in the hole where you know that it would drop very succinctly.
And then I will remove the moonbeam.
And a cloud of dust kicks up as it settles very heavily back into place. And the altar of Gorlum Lorethian has been restored to its rightful location.
By the moving
atop.
company.
Corlon wants you for a moonbeam.
That's something that also Akira should have called out and been like, this is a really good god's altar that I'm actually kind of, responsible to some degree, same pantheon and all that. We should not destroy his stuff.
But our moving company
I
is
don't
called
want to
Burns and Birds.
destroy it.
I'm sorry, what was it?
Birds and birds.
Burns and birds?
Burns and Birds.
I don't think I'd hire them
If
to
you've
move
got
things.
trash, all you have to do is
like,
burn
yeah,
it.
That's
Like,
junk disposal.
yeah, your junk disposal. You just
You're a
burn
mafia
the trash.
Okay.
Mafia
I'm good for it. I'm good with it. The moving company is the front of the business.
We move things discreetly.
Oh God.
We move things discreetly and carefully.
No, we don't do anything discreetly.
We move things
Sometimes
carefully.
there's a river
You
involved.
die discreetly.
Apparently!
We die.
And
oh,
hide
yeah.
things from your wife
I'll tell her I'm less
when
likely
she's
to be
not
smacked.
sober.
No, here I will tell her when it's less likely that if she smacked
You
me, I
tell
would
her,
die.
or I'm not telling her. I don't care.
They've all agreed. this
Don't
could
tell
never-
her that
never
I
needs to be
know. That's
spoken
all I
again.
ask.
Okay. Don't tell her
First
that I
thing in the
know.
morning, Mina goes up to Akira. Morning, Akira. Punch. Down 15 hit points.
I love that you
Ouch.
think you would wait until morning and wouldn't go like barreling through his door and attack him in the middle of the night.
I don't know how he sleeps.
Anyway. No,
Pantsless.
actually, that is one of
Feathers
the
on,
things.
feathers off.
None
Like,
of us know how Akir sleeps because we've not been allowed to see Akir's rooms like ever. And I and Atreus, I'm like 87% sure he just builds a nest every night
But you've,
with
like,
like
When we're
Wherever we
camped out,
go,
you've seen,
there's
there have been times where we were camped outside. Although I guess do we have like
Fly around.
we
a
I
don't-
know
lot.
we don't like
You
pitch
usually-
tents or anything.
you fly
That's true, I do
around
fly
a
take
lot,
watch a
and
lot.
normally I'm sleeping when you're on watch, and I'm on watch when you're sleeping. So I'm not watching
I'm watching
the
you.
camp. I'm watching the
Well, thank you for
outside.
not
I'm not
watching
watching
me sleep.
you.
That'd be weird. Especially since
I will
sleep as a
say
naked
the
bird.
animal menagerie has definitely seen you sleeping, so I know how you
It's
sleep.
true. It's true.
Does he? Does
You know,
he
the
have a
worst part
nest?
is maybe Akir sleeps in pajama pants, no shirt.
Oh no! Oh,
Yes, this is exactly what happens. I'm adding it
those
to
of
my
you who are
inventory.
new, our Aarakocra.
Yeah.
For those of you who are new, Kier, our Aarakocra, does not wear pants. And I'm upset about this because I learned this halfway through the campaign. And he's just been out here poo-bearing this the entire time.
In Akira's defense,
I
if
don't
you
know
had
why.
if you
Like
had
some
tail
crazy
feathers
person
and chicken
assumed
legs
you were
with
wearing
feathers
pants.
and no exposed external bits, why would you wear pants?
I would assume there are pants made for your
I
ilk
would
Why
assume
would we
that as
make them?
well.
There's no need to make them.
because it's socially acceptable.
Peter,
Why do women
Socially
wear
where?
bras?
Why-
Where I come from, there
why
are
should-
no pants at all. There are no pants in the
Okay,
plane
where
of
I
air.
come from,
Peter.
there's no shirts. I'm just tits out. Okay.
Peter,
That would
by
give us
your
a very
logic,
different rating, and we don't want to do that.
Anybody,
Give it up.
Yeah, no.
by your logic, anybody who doesn't have external bits could just go poo bearing it. So all the women in our world could just go poo bearing it, and you want to claim that as the logic behind why your
There are
birds
exposed
doesn't
lot.
need
bits.
pants? depends on the person.
No, there's
We
visible
are.
bits.
Listen,
on all
I'm
people.
done with this conversation. I'm
That's
done.
human nature.
I am done. I am done. I'm done.
That's human
Let's move on.
and bird nature. Okay.
Okay,
I am
Janine
done.
has declared the
Next.
conversation passed. All right, you have successfully plugged up the catacombs once again.
Left
What
it
would you like
almost
to do
as we
now?
found it.
I would really like to take part of it with me.
Akir would not.
I would really like to go to bed.
Akir would like to usher everyone out because he doesn't want anyone to desecrate this area.
Yeah, so I think we need to make I think we need to have a few things happen. One, we need to get out of here, as Akira is saying. Torkel needs to go lie down somewhere, and since I'm not
That hour.
fully dead, I think, babe, hi. I think I would like to see if we can get across to the mayor's house, because we've stilled the phantoms, so we might be able to do it a little bit easier, maybe.
But just for the meta knowledge, I can't actually do catnap again. It doesn't. You can't redo it until after you've had a long rest. So I'd have to take an actual short rest and or long rest. Sounds like we got a lot of the day left.
What's your hit points at?
25.
Okay. I have a healing potion. I don't think it's gonna get you very high though.
I mean,
Actually, I think I have a healing potion
I've got two. Of them,
too.
but
How many hit dice do you have left to roll?
all of them? Or no, because I catnapped 3 of them.
I have another. I have a healing potion I could give you, and give me 1 second.
I mean, I could also cure wounds on myself. Which
Do we want to just send Torkel back for a nap while the rest of us go handle the mayor?
Yes, and the
You
most
know-
charismatic.
yeah, you know
person
what? I'm
in
just
the
going to fifth.
way.
I'm just gonna burn my other 5th level slot and cure wounds myself. It's fine.
But wait, if we took
a break.
short rest, if we took a short rest first, I could reuse a channel divinity.
Yeah.
Let's just take a break.
So that I could get
Take
a second
little
level
sit.
back.
How
Take a
far
break.
did we walk
We
from
feel
the
pretty
inn?
safe in
Away
here.
with us
Now
for
we're
the
cool. We
summer.
closed the gate to the scary monsters. We could just kind of like chill.
Right, we
A
could
little
short
bit.
rest here.
Or we could, short rest here or in
As
the
long
tavern inn.
As
I don't know.
we have enough time to deal with the mayor before
time
Time of
sundown.
day is it?
What time is it?
Summertime.
Almost. It is noon. We'll give it a full-on noon.
Yeah.
This has been a very
Uh,
We
busy
could go to
morning.
the tavern. We can get lunch. I don't know. How far did they walk?
Lunch and
Ooh,
Alcohol,
Yeah,
like-
Mina's gonna say I still want to go to
Yeah.
the tavern because it's not.
Oh, I am
that
not ready
far,
for
and-
snack mode.
Oh shoot! Did that happen?
Snack
I
mode.
didn't bring snacks.
No,
Was that Pika?
we've got new
No.
people.
No,
They
it's
learn
not.
fast.
Oh.
All right,
I have
I'm
a
just
fortune
gonna have-
cookie.
Oh, I did bring a snack.
All right, tell us the fortune. Ooh,
Wait, yeah,
bacon.
here is what I'm now. I have like 7 of these fortune cookies, and I'm intending to use them for game purposes. So right now, this is going to be the wisdom of Eucidium. In the province of the mind, what one believes to be true either is true or becomes true.
That feels
So can
not
you just
Eucidium.
start believing that the ghosts aren't real?
No.
Interesting.
It's called manifesting, bitch.
So do it.
I'm working on it. I have a question for the DM. Did I actually already use one of my Harness Divine Power charges?
Mhm.
Did I already do that? Fuck. So, when the others were short resting, I did that when the others were taking a little cat nap. Didn't I? Before
did.
we.
Yeah.
So I can use this twice. I'm confused right now. You can expend a use of Channel Divinity to fuel your spells. As a bonus action, you regain 1 expended spell slot up to level 2. You can use this feature 2 times, and you gain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. So I can use it one more time
Yes.
and get a second level back. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
How far is the tavern from this
So
spot?
are we napping?
We are
far enough that you
napping.
could cast a scrying. So about 10.
Let's walk
10,
back to
15
the
minutes.
tavern, get a drink, get a food, and then head out in an hour.
This works.
All right, so you were going all the way back to the tavern where you
15-minute
slept?
walk, sure.
The only place we know
Nice
and
to have a
trust.
Pegasus.
Where did it go? Where did it go? That's not what I wanted. This is not working for me.
I'm sorry.
There we go. All right.
Are we just doing our hit
All right.
dice right
you
now?
all,
I just rolled mine.
yeah, you're welcome
Okay.
to roll them. I'm just gonna give you the narrative on your way back. Nothing is going to impede you unless you try to pick a fight.
Kai,
What?
I'm just saying.
What?
I'm just
Also,
saying. Keep your mouth shut and your eyes forward, and
And
we're
your
not going to
hands
talk
to
to
yourself.
anybody or your hands to yourself.
I
not gonna
will say.
I'm gentle parenting Kai. We're not going to talk to anybody right now because we don't want to start arguments, okay? Because when we start arguments, our friends get hurt.
I will say, I did mention that I wanted to explore the cover, the trees.
Mhm.
Can I send Fairy up there while we go nap?
Hmm?
Cool.
Which tree cover? Are you talking about the general canopy of this forest, or are you talking about a specific tree cover that is covering over the temple?
The general canopy where the mist seems to come from.
So, as you all, I'm going to start with the party and all. As you exit the front of the temple, you do feel a slight difference in the air. It feels cleaner. You look around the graveyard, which still is haunted as possibly could be, but the trees, the specific ones that grow up and around that have engulfed this temple, do not have the same menacing effect. They had almost been grown to look like this big evil skull shape at the top, and they have already untwined a little bit. That's not a word, but you understand what I mean. Unentwined, disentwined, sure. No, it's not. It's just getting worse.
Disentangled is the word that you're looking for.
Yeah, but that's too close to like a Disney movie, so I don't want to like worry about infringement. So.
Robert, you are a man who can't say fuck, but you can say disentwined.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Fuck you.
And as you look around the graveyard, the various sparse trees that had been looking more like skeletal hands grasping up at the sky from different areas of the graveyard, they're moving in the wind. a small little bit of life has started to come back to this area.
Did we notice that as soon as we undesecrated it?
No.
So something we did in the underneath. Probably the Death
Kill
Cleric.
I'm not even going to make you roll for that. That is the only logical conclusion.
We killed the person who desecrated the whole thing, so you know. Like...
Yep.
And stole his pretty tiara.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mina's still sporting her.
It's mine now. And the fun
Fancy
thing is, I
tiara.
have that same exact crown, so if I ever want to use it, I could literally put it on.
Be great.
I
Great
will
fun.
have you know that untwined
So-
is a word.
Oh,
To separate various
He said,
strands.
"Listen."
No, but he didn't say untwined. He said unentwined.
And is it
Don't
disentwined?
defend him, Peter.
Anyway.
I might have said
Entwined.
both.
I'm gonna cast 4th level Cure Wounds on myself. We'll save the 5th level for later, and hopefully not need it.
So moving through the noonday, there are peaks of sunlight that you make it through the canopy here and there. You can see that the folks who grow have generally made their gardens in those common places where sun peeks through. Given the fact that they have woven the trees and the roots over the course of hundreds of years into homes, they probably also grow the upper branches of the trees to make sunlight come in. So it's a beautiful thing about being a nearly immortal elf. Finally, you get back to the staircase that goes down into the earth.
Goblin Town?
The part, not Goblin Town.
The Goblin Town.
And there's 4. It says bottom side, where coming up it said top side. You're good. It's written in Elvish, so if you
Torgal's the only one who doesn't
understand.
get it.
All those elves are twinks.
But
All those elvish twinks over there being bottoms.
I mean, Caven can read though, right?
Can he? I don't know. You know what? Sure.
I mean, Caven
There.
can
It's
speak
funny.
Elvish. That's true. Maybe Caven can't read Elvish.
That's it. Now you can read.
Can my Pegasus read? Questions I
and
didn't think I was
Can
going to
he
be asking
actually
today.
speak? Or does he communicate
mind
in
link.
his mind?
She can speak, like she can understand Elvish.
She can understand Elvish.
She can speak to me
So
telepathically.
she can't speak.
No.
But she hears the Elvish, and it is transmitted telepathically.
Yeah.
In
I
not
feel like
Elvish.
a horse shouldn't read. I didn't know it could do that.
This is a celestial horse with wings.
Yeah, I feel like you're underestimating Caven.
The horse you shouldn't be reading anything.
Would like to remind you, this is D&D. Anything can be anything. So, all right, down the stone steps, the group travels until the slow hum of honeybees fills their ears. The group opens the door that they had come through and finds themselves back in the brewery, where the small glass tubes run throughout the room with thousands of honeybees humming and buzzing very happily. The honeycombs decorate the wall, and the honey just slowly pours down into vats. Grapevines grow on and around and through the many windows up at the front, those leaves reaching desperately for the little light that survives the forest canopy from the bottom of the ravine. The copper distillery equipment is in constant use as a fire boils, steam rises, and the whole room has a warmth that just kind of lives and breathes and glows. And that's where you find yourselves, knowing that to the right is the way back towards the tavern where you stayed the night. And there's about 5 or 6 elves here in this room at this point in time. 2 of them working, a couple of them meandering, and one of them currently purchasing something.
Can we just hang out here for our short rest?
It's up to you.
Is that? I mean,
Anybody have bee phobia?
No, just the DM.
I feel like it might make more sense to just hang out here rather than walk all the way back. Time is sort of the essence here.
They probably have mead, right?
Oh,
Good
absolutely.
enough for me.
Round of mead. Let's do
Yep.
it.
It's called a brewery.
People are
so
drinking.
Drinking and snacks. Are there snacks?
The where is KB with you guys?
I guess she probably can't fit into the house. I think she.
She can. These are large businesses.
Well, sure. Why not?
Can she please
'Cause
get
it's awkward.
drunk?
No.
That's probably valid if
No, Kaven's not getting drunk.
Do you want to buy enough mead to get a horse?
I
drunk?
would love to have Caven drunk and just talking to like Dusk and Fairy.
Okay. You remember the scene with Legolas and Gimli having a drink off? Now imagine Legolas is the size of a large horse.
I am not paying for that.
We got a lot of money, but
No.
we're not wasting it on getting
No.
a spectral horse.
Especially when time
drunk.
is of the essence.
We are doing
You
one
wouldn't
yeah,
want
no.
it
one
anyway.
round for everybody, and definitely some snacks. Yes, better.
She wouldn't want it anyway.
Yeah, KV is sober. I can't believe you suggested offering. Unbelievable. Rude.
My apologies.
Okay.
a very comely half elf is behind this very long bar. The bar sits pushed up against the wall, except for a little alcove that leads into a back room. The honeycombs literally are the decor of this part of the wall, and the honey drips down into these small little cups at the bottom. So you are more than welcome to use them to fill your mugs or fill your tea, or as a topping for any sort of bread or biscuits that
Definitely
is served here.
scones. Definitely scones.
Hi, welcome. It's a buzzy day over here. How are you?
That was fabulous. We are very tired, so we would love some mead and snacks.
I've got meat and I've got snacks. You have any preference?
I
Surprise
can't
me.
taste anything. Anything that's got a lot of alcohol.
Scones,
I've got one of those.
and what is your most popular flavor of mead, other than the base honey?
We have one that's aged in whiskey barrels.
That.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That.
It is pristine.
Yes, please.
What do you have that has the most amount of alcohol and nobody wants to drink it because it has so much alcohol that it tastes bad? Because that's what I'll have.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I can't taste anything. The alcohol just affects me.
Don't
Oh boy.
that Atreus. This is a cool
I
party
have-
trick.
I have what I call my experimental collection.
I will take your experimental collection.
I'll too. For fun.
No. Okay.
Okay.
One drink
I'll be right back.
only,
Nobody ever
Akir
orders
says.
If it's only one drink, you gotta make it a really good one.
And he comes bustling back with his little purple shirt and is very excited and puts out a variety of different glasses, and then sets a long tray, a long wooden tray with 5 rocks glasses on it, and then starts spinning a bottle and pours it in one, puts it down as if he had a pocket, but it goes under the bar. Up 2, 3, 4, 5, and then shows this flight of mead at you all. Says, "Hold on, that's just the regular stuff," and he disappears back. And a moment later comes out with it's actually a square bottle made of really smoky glass. And he says, no one orders it, so I don't bother putting it in anything fancy. I don't know if I'm excited or apologetic
so
at
excited.
this point. But
But is it cursed?
I have
Oh,
one
that's probably
question.
Just really fast.
Is it magical?
no, it's just medical. So
Love it.
Perfect. This is the drink for the day for sure.
and he reaches down underneath and pulls out a very thin stemmed wine glass that's only about this big. So it's like a snifter glass almost, but on a stem, and pours 2 of them, and then takes them, and rather than handing them to you, slowly takes them and twirls the rim in the dripping honey, and then passes it over.
I am
What
so
is
excited.
it?
Do you really want to know?
Absolutely.
I do want to know. Also, I'm sorry. Did we catch your name? You look like a Kevin to me.
Kevin.
Kevin. I thought it was Kevin.
Kevin.
Got it.
Kevin.
Perfect.
Yes.
Good.
I'm doing a very, very poor impression of my friend. I'm not trying to act like him in any way.
No, but you said he had a purple
But
shirt, and I was like,
It's just enough.
Everyone go
Just
follow
enough
Saga
to try
Beatery
and,
because they're great.
Yes. Just
Not
one
a
day we're
not
gonna make it
sponsored, but
sponsor
I
us.
love them.
Hey, subscribers. There you go. Great.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Kevin. No. So what is this special mead? Experimental mead?
So this, when you distill the honey,
Mhm.
You get mead, obviously. If you just keep distilling it, something happens to the sugars. I don't really know how to explain it, but even they break down, and you get whatever that is.
Did he make vodka out of
Does
honey?
it have a name?
This is such a fun game.
Or is this
Honey
Everclear?
vodka?
Oh,
Wait a minute.
ready.
It's Everclear.
So
Atreus can just drink Everclear. He is very jealous
but-
of him, actually.
His wife is enough of an
A
alcoholic.
question.
Oh my god, they're
They sure are.
A question for the DM.
yes,
How does purify food and drink affect the alcohol content of something?
I'm going to leave that up to the intention of the caster. So if you, as the caster, believe that drunkenness or alcohol, etc., is a version of poison, you can use your purify food and drink to remove said element from that beverage.
And can I do that depending on the circumstance? Like if I really don't want to get drunk right now?
Sure.
Cool.
You could ask for non-alcoholic beverages also.
I don't want to offend the man. He's very
Yeah.
excited, but I also don't want to die.
He's got 2 willing
mean, we're-
customers to drink something he
right.
never serves. You'll be fine if you ask for juice.
We're just drinking the regular mead anyway.
Right.
We're right.
We're not
like
going to
the
get drunk
regular
off the
meads.
regular stuff.
Okay, well then I don't want to get rid of the alcohol in my regular stuff, but I also want to purify it just in case.
Mark off the spell slot unless it's a ritual.
It's a ritual. I've been
Alright, are you
working
gonna
on it.
spend 10 minutes holding the glass of mead.
I mean,
Mhm.
Mina's just gonna be
All
like,
right.
yeah, right.
So after
You didn't say
10
you have to
minutes is
warm
up,
it in
and I have no idea how drunk Mina and Atreus are at this point. You did notice there were a few imperfections, little bits of honeycomb that had still kind of gotten in there, some, bug legs. Those were purified out.
Then I stand by my decision.
There you go.
Right?
Kai doesn't want to eat bug legs.
Really?
It's all protein.
Small protein. Come on. Yep, there it is.
Bugs are a
That's-
great infant
no.
snack.
Protein's gonna be all the rage in the next few years. You just wait.
Ew. It's practically vegan. There's so many bugs around. It's not harming anything.
All right. So how does this taste?
I will need Mina and Atreus to make me wisdom saving throws.
This is gonna go poorly. I feel it in my soul.
I
That's
feel
a
like I
10.
should open another fortune cookie for this. Oh no. Wait, wisdom saving throw? Okay, come on, don't fuck me. Yeah, 23.
Okay. Mina, this is the absolute best non-whiskey you've
Nice.
ever had. It
Nice.
burns. The honey is the first thing that touched your tongue. So the dichotomy of just sweetness followed by fire really seemed to resonate with you. And all the way down. It does not settle well. It's a little too sweet for its own good, but it is potent, and you are
Ooh.
buzzed.
That's exactly where she wants to be. I
See what I
love
did
that.
there?
That's exactly where she wants to be right now.
Yeah. Atreus, it tastes like
Alcohol.
liquid.
Ah,
So-
yeah.
You are
I-
no such swooning over this alcohol exists for you. It does the alcohol
You will
thing.
taste it in
I'm
her
so
blood later.
glad. Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah. If I just get you to drink a lot of it, I'll taste that in your blood.
Yeah.
But it really is not the outside riches, but the inside ones that produce happiness. So
That was
Sort
way
of like
too
a trick
on
me.
brand.
yeah, I will taste that in my wife's blood and other
Yeah,
fluids
inside
tomorrow.
riches. For sure.
Once again,
Yeah,
for
inside
the
riches.
handful of people who are brand new, Atreus is a dampier.
Yes.
Yes, who
Sorry.
feeds on his wife to avoid the hunger.
Sounds really
Yeah,
awful when you say
without-
it like that.
Without context, it sounds like they are. No, you know what? Even with
It's not
context,
better
It's
either
they
way,
are
yeah.
just as.
But he's a dampier
It is not better.
who needs to feed on blood, and she's a willing participant in said
Yes.
activity.
Yes.
What's that?
Very fun.
Cool.
Alright.
All right.
You've had
You
me be that
have
snack.
So
spent
now
a solid hour with biscottis and biscuits.
I need to short rest, actually, though.
Please
oh,
click
come
the
on.
short rest button if you have not done so.
I did, even though it doesn't do anything for Akir. He has no short rest features.
Oh, oops.
You get hit
I
points.
don't-
Oh, and you
I don't
didn't take
take
any
any
damage.
I had
Screw-
3 points of
screw
damage
you.
left, but I get some stuff back, so that's nice.
Okay.
I think it's weird that, like, favored foe is a long rest feature. Makes no sense.
Cool.
It's very powerful.
So now we are headed to the mayor's house. To the mayor's house we go.
I'm taking my very drunk wife to the mayor's house.
She's not
Mina
very
is in
drunk.
Woodgrove.
Because if she was very drunk, Akir would say, go to sleep.
It's
It's
It
been
did.
an
Oh, she's
hour.
re- Hey,
I
Mina,
feel
deception
great.
check. You're gonna have to
What
roll
about
a really
your
good
healing
deception
ring?
check there.
Wouldn't it, like,
Yeah, I
be
should
worn
feel
off?
like I should have gone from like really buzzed to just feeling like real nice.
Okay.
But
Like after we had that peach whiskey.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
But
Oh,
let's see. I'm gonna roll a deception check for fun.
can you
I'm
disguise your
going to roll an
hangover?
insight
No,
check.
I got a 4, which turned into a 7. So
I can't lose
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not
I-
disguising
so-
too well.
no.
I'm 100% ready for action, Akir. Okay?
I believe her.
Let the
Ready.
rest of us do the talking.
Okay. It's easier for me not to, so I won't.
Yeah, let's do talking.
That's what I wanted to do
and not
anyway.
fighting.
So
Maybe it was time for one of you guys to step up with the talking. Okay.
I do that all the time,
Not
and then you tell
you.
me to stop.
Let us carry on
right
then.
there.
Kira's exasperated.
Already?
Right, so Torkel and Akira do the good cop, bad cop, or something.
Torkel, play some music as we walk. Walking jam.
Did Torkel do
No,
his?
And I
Babe.
would walk 500 miles.
500 miles.
Did Torkel do his plus a D6 healing thing? Were you making music in the Buzzy Bar?
Yeah, he would have been doing that. Because I forgot I had that, but yeah.
Yeah. Is Mina fully healed up from her D6s?
I had
That's-
3 hit
that's what I
points
thought.
down. I was
Yeah.
fine. There was like a hairline scratch. She scraped her elbow.
She got hit
So I
pretty
guess-
hard with lightning and then healed.
So I guess it's just Torkel that's
yeah,
hurt
but
now?
yeah, because you guys did mass healing. She was like, all right, cool. I'm standing here, so therefore I am also healed.
Yeah, anyone who
So
took hit dice can get 1d8.
Wow, we're all at full health now.
Well, all of you are. Hold on. I'm at 72 plus whatever this d8 comes back with. So I'm going to be a minimum of down 32 points. My dice are rolling so slowly. I'll tell you when it happens.
Just seem to be on doing that thing again. Yeah, same. All right.
You're so lucky
back up the stone
that
staircase.
you did not
go.
drop.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
1 on my 1d8. Nice.
Wow.
Feels good.
Useful.
73.
Look, when you end your turn with 3 hit points, 1 matters.
You know, it felt really good when you're like, that ought to be enough to drop him, and then it didn't. That felt really satisfying.
Yeah, I looked at your character sheet and thought I saw 72 hit points, not 75.
I was so scared because I had said I was counting on those hit points, and I was like, he has a lot. And then like it started adding up, and I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
That was the moment when
Yeah.
Torkel was like, "That's right, Mina. I'm not squishy."
Yep.
100%.
That's right.
You're
I just tanked
just
so much
very
damage.
bloodied.
Just tanked enough damage to almost
There's only a
one hit
flesh
Akira
wound.
and Atreus.
Yikes.
So back up the staircase you go, back up to the forest floor. The sun has moved into a downward position as we are now an hour or so past noon. And as you have been informed, so to the one direction was the graveyard, and to the other direction, opposite that, is the manor of the mayor. So you start strolling along. Is anyone doing anything with their 10 to 15 minutes of walking through the forest?
I'm just trying to keep my eyes open for baddies.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Gonna be so perceptive. Gonna roll that real good
Akira's
check.
doing the same.
If it actually rolls. That's going to be a 28.
Wow. you beat me.
Moderately okay.
Ha! Fuck you!
I mean, I did get a 24, so it was close.
Okay, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother rolling when it doesn't feel in character.
Mina is definitively
She's, like-
not looking for
Like
trouble.
singing to herself.
Jamming.
She's imagining the song that Torkel would be playing.
She's like making up lyrics for his next song. She's like so ready to tell him after this the whole thing she wrote, but then will immediately forget as soon as I get there because it had been another 15 minutes and now she's like less.
Yeah, that happens.
I'm gonna be looking for edible plants.
Ooh,
Nice.
looking for edibles.
I am going to need Fairy to make me a charisma saving throw as they are up in the canopy looking around and exploring.
That's a -2. So that's gonna be fun.
I thought you said the score was -2, and I was like, how?
It's a 9.
The 9. So after Fairy is done with their investigation, they relay to Kai that the leaves seem normal. There's no real evidence of magic in them. Like if they tap on the leaves, nothing shakes out. So, yeah,
These aren't angry leaves like we've met before.
no. And as they come back down, nobody can see them.
And for those who don't know, we did encounter angry leaves that changed colors and got more shaky when you touched them.
Yes.
Wait, so we can't see Fairy? Okay,
No.
so that's exactly what happened to Caven then. That could be handy.
So the world seems better, but the stuff still happens.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it depends how much we trust Fairy's judgment on whether things are actually better or whether they were just unaware of what was going on.
They're a bird. I don't trust
Well,
the
no,
judgment of a
I
bird.
thought we were the
no
ones
offense,
who.
Akira.
Excuse me, I'm not a bird. You know this. We've been over this.
Hey, Atreus, don't be a
Yeah,
dick.
listen to your wife. Nina, I thought you were supposed
Got
to speak.
very strong Janet from The Good Place vibes. Not a girl.
Wasn't it the whole group who thought that the world felt cleaner? Not just Fairy?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I heard that right.
Yeah. Yep. As Fairy does come fully in back to where the party is, Mina turns around and sees her little golden form hovering nearby.
You know your bird is golden, right? Okay.
Yep.
You know this is okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Totally fine.
What did
Cool.
you do to her?
She came back down through the canopy.
I see.
So she dead?
So can I?
So don't go into the canopy.
What the canopy turned her invisible.
The same way it did Kavy, yeah.
Yeah, that's to be expected.
Arcana check?
Can I make an Arcana check to
Like,
figure out
does
what
invisible mean dead here? Because I don't.
like,
it's hard to tell
think-
the difference
I
here.
think
what?
that the canopy is transporting them to the ethereal realm, but I don't know that Akira thinks
Yeah,
that.
what the
Roll
hap is stuck
me
in
an
it?
Arcana
Yeah.
check to see if Akir or Atreus can confirm your
14.
suspicions.
I'm going to use my inspiration for
Ooh, good call.
doing the
DC
right thing
is
to do that
5.
again.
Okay, so I passed.
5. Damn it! I passed both times, but
Kai did not.
damn it! I wasted my inspiration.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
Fine.
I wanted to be really good at this.
You have enough information that if you just simply start putting puzzle pieces together,
Okay, I'm not good at that though, so you're gonna have to spell it out really
it's
good.
true.
That was a really good Arcana check for the DC being 5.
Atreus
so please put the
Atreus
pieces
is thinking
together for me
really
because I'm
hard
stupid.
about this one, and he's like, "Wait,
Thinking so
this is too
hard.
simple."
Akir, do you want to explain it?
Oh, it's too simple. Akira,
The
you can
canopy
explain
is a
it.
portal. What happens if Fairy goes back through?
We
the
already knew
canopy?
that.
I asked Kai.
I'll send her back.
Put that bird back where she came from, or
Atreus
so
says
help
to the
me.
canopy.
As she comes back down. She is still invisible.
She's still gold.
What would happen if I use my ability to see through her eyes? Do I get to see invisible things?
You can't see through her eyes. She's on a different plane.
Cool.
So not exactly a portal,
Don't die.
Do you wear the
but
wigs?
it's a one-way passage then.
So if we want to kill the Dread King, we have to go up. Up is down.
Do we want to risk going to the ethereal
That's just
plane?
maddeningly unhelpful.
I've been to other planes. I guess we all have now.
Can you
Are
get
there
us?
good airlines?
Traveling
there?
is difficult. There's not a good infrastructure around transportation. And there's no guarantee that once we go, we will be able to come back.
You are not making this sound any
It's
more
not
appealing.
appealing. That's my point.
Yeah, no.
But we have to defeat the king, the dead one, who's there. Yes?
Isn't his body here, though? Or vice versa?
No.
Vice versa.
Vice versa. His body is on not this plane, so we have to still
we have
that.
to bring that
Then
body
we have
back
to-
here?
Yeah, and then we can still him. I think for 10 days, maybe.
But if 10 days is enough
I
to
don't
break
really
the
know.
curse...
Won't that automatically? Yeah, once we swap his body and his spirit, that undoes the curse, right?
Yes.
I think. So we at least know how to get his spirit to another plane.
How did
Is it the ethereal plane?
I would assume so. I don't think we know
Okay.
how to get his spirit there, though. Because we don't know how his spirit got here. We don't know how to get back.
And Feyre didn't
Right.
undo.
Banish? Could I banish him?
That's possible.
Is that possible? Is that something that I can
Is that
actually
something
do?
you can do?
Do I
Yes.
have? I'll pray
Great.
about
Let
it.
us know.
Hey God. Hey
Open a
God.
fortune cookie.
open fortune cookie?
Really? Yeah. Let me pray to Eucidium here and see what we
So
got
it's
going
official.
The voice of Eucidium.
Our household will begin having Chinese food every Sunday night.
This is going to have to be a vital part of the stream
lot.
now.
Yes. There has to be a lot of it. Fuck. Never doubt logical
Wow,
things.
that is a very good thing because you do have access to this spell.
Did you just
Of
look
course
for
I
me?
did. Of course I did.
well, I was wasting time opening
But
that
it was
for a
beautiful
fortune
because the
cookie, you're
fortune
like,
was right.
What level is that spell?
4th.
Is it 4th?
And they'd
Yeah,
have
it
to make a
is.
charisma
Huh.
save, so it's not guaranteed to work.
Interesting.
If I hexed them,
Especially if they
Is
have
anything
if I hex
guaranteed?
them ahead of time
But-
and then make their disadvantage as a charisma save, then we're no.
No, he definitely
work like
wants
that.
us to kill him. He will cooperate with this.
I haven't talked to him.
Do you know something specific about the Dead King?
Oh, no
Well,
shit.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you're talking to Kai.
It's obvious he wants us to kill him. Why else would he bring a well-known group of mercenaries with the sword of Eucidium?
Well, I wouldn't say we're mercenaries any more than I would say we're heroes. We're just people.
What you
out
would
there
call us, I
doing
don't
a
think
job.
is a good barometer for what we are.
You'd really hate labels, huh, babe?
This all
I
seems very
love being your
pedantic.
husband.
Let them finish their
One
thought.
thing.
The only logical conclusion from everything we've seen and what we know of the space is that he's not able to end his curse, and he thinks we can. We already know there's a prophecy about you, Atreus, in this place, bringing peace or some such.
Hydrate.
He's heard
Yeah.
about you. He's heard about you, and he knows it's your time, and he wants us here. Why else did he bait us here with the soul coins?
I don't necessarily. I mean, you're
I feel
right.
like an invitation would have been more direct, though.
Hello, I am dead. Please come kill me.
Exactly. That'd be nice.
But we didn't
XOXO
know.
Gossip Girl.
Hydrate again.
I know.
But we
Hydrate.
didn't know how he
Hydrate
communicated.
again.
Right? None of us knew about these gems. We
Crystal gems.
had no way of hearing from him. We were never going to figure out that you have to look at the back of the note. We would get a piece of paper, plain, blank.
I
We
don't.
would have no idea what to do with that. He communicated with us the only way he knew how. Manipulation.
Fair. I still don't believe that we should travel to the ethereal plane until we have found his spirit, though.
I don't
agree.
disagree.
I think perhaps if we find his spirit, if we get to his castle and we find his spirit, which is on this
Yes.
plane, yes, I could cast banishment, and could that
I think
just
we
solve
still
it?
need to bring his body here.
Or does his
at the
body
same
have to be-
time.
Okay, so can we send KV to go get
But
his
how do
body?
we get it back?
Ugh.
And
I
how
don't
do we
know.
find it?
I don't
Well-
know. Maybe we're so close, aren't we? The
No, I
DM
just know
looks really.
the worst Scooby-Doo plan, and I am keeping it to myself.
Maybe we ask the mayor first. I don't know. I'd really like to know if there's any more to this prophecy, and if there is, the mayor would know it, and that might give us some guidance into what we're supposed to do. Because Night Render's no help.
If we
Sorry.
if we attached Mina's bag of holding to or my portable hole, whatever, to Caven. Caven went through the other realm and I resummoned Caven. Would the bag of holding come back with her?
That is why I facepalmed. Is I believe how a familiar is written. I'm not sure about how the find greater steed is written. Anything they are wearing or carrying when dismissed goes with them.
But they go into a pocket dimension.
Correct. And you have to be on the same plane as them to send them to said pocket dimension, I think. That's a maybe not.
Control the mount in combat. Mount disappears temporarily when it drops to 0 hit points or when you dismiss it as an action. It doesn't actually say where it goes. It just says it disappears temporarily. Casting the spell again
Right, which is
resummons the
different from
bonded mount
familiar.
with all its hit points restored and any conditions removed. It doesn't say anything about items.
Yeah, the familiar doesn't actually say that it reappears with anything.
Oh, whenever the mount disappears, it leaves behind any objects it was wearing or carrying. Okay.
So KV cannot be used to be sent to recover and bring back.
Yeah.
Fairy and Dusk, while I believe they probably could, do not have the physical capacity to do so.
Plus, I don't want to know what would happen if we took Mina's bag of holding into a pocket dimension.
Don't touch my purse.
Because based on strict definitions of dimension, it would explode. So,
It's Prada.
I've had this bag of holding for a really long time. Since
It's
the alchemist
vintage!
house. Okay? It's vintage! Thanks, it's vintage. That is the ugliest effing
Right,
purse I've ever
probably.
seen. It's got like patches.
ugly.
Like, it's really gross. She
But,
probably needs
like-
to like clean it.
What if we sent Dusk and Fairy and Kavy? We can put the bag of holding or the portable hidey hole on Dusk or Fairy, and then Kavy can pick up the body and stuff it in the hidey hole.
And then how do you get it back?
We summon them.
They have to go to the pocket
Anew.
dimension to be summoned.
I did not realize that.
Because if they die, it's different from being transported to their pocket dimension.
I mean, I figure we could dismiss them forever and then call them again. Like, isn't that what I do when she
Well, like,
dies? And
Yeah.
And she wouldn't have the things anymore.
Oh, damn it.
It's so close to working.
And yet, so far.
Yeah.
And
no,
yet, too much Scooby-Doo
we need to
D&D.
find some way to get from the ethereal plane back to the material one. And we don't know how to do that.
Right, well, at least we know what we need to do now.
Could Atreus banish them from the ethereal plane?
Back to their native plane,
Yeah.
the Feywild.
You can only go back to your native plane. You can't banish
That's
to
what
anywhere else.
banishment
So, like, if
Ah,
someone
damn it.
banishes me, I would get sent to the plane of air.
It's one of the reasons I'm not using banishment. It gets way too messy with Akir
Yeah.
specifically. But like if Atreus did this foolishness of fly through the canopy, come back through the canopy, go to the ethereal plane, and then casts banishment on himself, he would banish himself back to the material plane.
Even I'm not stupid enough to do that.
So there you go.
Anyway, so to the mayor's house or something?
Yeah.
Sounds
going
like
to
you're on
Matt's
your way
house.
to the mayor's house. So this has been a wonderful conversation of your trip. We'll say at least most of that was done in character for the sake of
I think most of it actually was done in character, to
right.
be honest.
I was really impressed.
Look at us. We're rocking this.
So impressive. As you roll through town, you see a lot of familiar sights. Just everyday laundry washing, gardening. No one really seems to be put out or concerned right now, which, everything you've heard about this place and everything you saw while traveling through the Dreadwood seemed very hasty and concerned and worried. But the inhabitants here are just going about their daily lives and daily routine.
Life is short to live banished.
Suspicious, honestly.
Are there children playing in this town too?
Oh. I believe we
Those
already established that they were playing
Goddamn
the ball
children.
kicking game.
Why aren't they in the mines?
Strange. And as you begin to approach, if everyone wants to look at the image I posted earlier in the stream chat. See this mansion. One distinct change from the image and what you see right now is that these withering, vine-covered trees and this just awful mist that hang over the mansion are
The
gone.
real estate price isn't going up.
The trees have lost their darkness. The vines have seemingly turned, rather than grasping towards the ground, to slowly growing up towards the sun. And there is no fog or mist settled here.
Did we actually, fix something? I mean, not that I'm surprised that we actually fixed something, but I'm pretty surprised that we
Akira's
actually
definitely
fixed something.
surprised that we fixed
Yeah,
something.
it would seem so.
Mina's confident we fixed something. And mixed something.
Oh, you mixed something.
Mina definitely mixed something.
She's confident that this is to their credit.
Cool. Great. Can I knock on the door?
You certainly can.
Is it a mimic?
Not this time.
Oh, thank fuck.
So, from what you have been told, this area was desecrated. So each step Kai took would have been a little tentative, and they make it all the way up those stone stairs to the bottom level of the roundish shaped house manor. You can also see
Very
that Fairy
rotund.
is. Mina can also see that Fairy is able to follow along. As you knock on the door, it creaks open about a minute or two later, and a very, very, very old, wrinkled elf answers the door. And I'm going to get my elf ears on for you.
Mina feeling the nice warm buzz of her whiskey. Just be like, hello!
Hello, old man. If it's a wrinkled elf, this elf is hella old.
Hello.
So...
Do we remember what we wanted to ask
Oh,
the
God.
mayor about? Because it's been like 2 or 3
Yes.
weeks at this point.
Yeah, I've got like several
Trace
questions.
wrote a
First
list.
of all, how dare you?
Akira would mostly just like to know how do we get from the ethereal plane back to the material plane, and how do we kill the dead king?
Yeah, mostly it's that
And
I would
then
like to
the
know.
Brackens would like to know about Senior
Also,
Bracken.
hey, what's the deal with Atraxes? Atraxes Brachian. Where's my dad?
Where is he?
Maybe try and leave out the
Dear
whole my
Daddy.
dad part for now.
He can't.
No.
Physically
They
cannot.
look identical.
We look so alike. It's impossible. If anyone knows Atraxes, it's just like
And this is why you let
Ah.
me do the talking.
Yeah.
I don't even have to talk. I just have to stand there and look like my dad.
Well, then stop doing that.
Like.
I don't know.
Oh,
Does your dad smile? Try that.
Do you
I
know
mean,
how
he
to
used
smile?
to. I smile all the
I've
time.
never seen it.
Yes, you
Show
have.
me
You
your
officiated the
smile.
wedding.
Yeah, he didn't smile.
This is my smile.
Oh god.
I'm smiling.
That's not a smile.
And obviously there are
Yeah.
like the fangs and everything. It is not a
It's
great
like when the beast.
It's like in
yeah, it's
Beauty
like
and
when
the
the beast
Beast.
smiles.
Yes, it's Beauty and the Beast. It's like, now show me your dashing debonair smile. Yes.
Oh hey, hello,
It's an
Mr.
old-
Old Mr. Mayor.
Does Mayor have a lip ring?
Yeah, he does. This very old, hot elf,
I'm
apparently.
so sorry. Why are you all here?
Well, we have questions for like the oldest person in town, and that's you.
It certainly is.
Perfect.
Who are you?
What?
We have come here to try and we've noticed you have a bit of an undead problem around here.
Oh,
And we're
that's
here
the
just-
king's problem.
Okay, tell me about him. Tell me
He's
about him.
dead.
Tell me everything you know about him.
Yeah, the king is
'Cause-
dead, and I think that's the problem, actually.
Right. He doesn't seem to be doing a great job keeping the undead away, and we'd like to figure out why, and it would help if we knew more about him.
Oh, well,
Basically Ghostbusters.
if you like, you can come in, but they might bite.
What bites?
The ghost
What
and
is
the
it?
phantom.
I stilled them. I mean, the phantoms, at least.
Unless you have personal ones.
Yes.
Do you have more?
They haunt our house. Oh, my.
You want to just come out and we can set up a picnic or something?
Do you want me to deal with them?
How would you deal with them? None have dealt with them. The cleric failed at dealing with them.
Well, we
Wow.
killed
That is,
him.
we just killed your evil cleric, so,
You killed the cleric.
No,
No.
Why would
just
you
kidding.
tell him that?
Shot
No,
there.
we had a
Why
we had a
would you kill the
conversation.
cleric?
We had a conversation with him.
Coralon moment. We
Because-
had a come to
So
Coralon
many people
conversation
talking.
with him.
If you would like to come in, you may come in at your own risk. Why is it so shiny out here?
The weather's very
The
nice today.
cleric-
Well, come on.
The
now.
weather-
The
There's
cleric
much
was
improved.
corrupting this place. He was
That's
serving a
not
demon
possible.
prince that is under the temple right now.
yeah, you kind of got a demon problem.
We're really
Contained.
just going right for
Deal
that,
with
huh?
For now.
What's the deal with the Lord of the Lands? Just questions I have.
We are-
Sorry.
The Lord of the Lands has been gone for many years. He will return someday.
yeah.
You
Where did he go?
you look like him when he first came here.
Yeah, I'm. his
Yeah, he gets that a
son.
lot. He gets that a lot.
I am no.
But-
We're going to play the rich dad card.
So you-
I've never
you
actually
are
been able to play this
Atreus.
card. Yes, I am.
Ah, I see. So you are the reason he came here.
Yeah, can you give me more details on that?
I am tired. Would you care to come in?
Yes, I will come into your house. Do I have to roll? Do I have to open a fortune cookie for
No,
that?
I know I have to invite your kind in.
That's actually not. Yeah, okay. I'll come in.
It's very nice. It's called common courtesy.
Yes, yes.
Yes, let's enter.
Oh, so much for not telling them anything. We basically just did all the things we said we weren't going to do 3 minutes ago.
It was really strong need.
He turns his back, and you can see that there are about a half dozen piercings on each ear, turned fully around. His neck has hoops and loops in every wrinkle and fold. You would kind of think that he's somehow marking the passing of time through piercings, and he's just kind of run out of creative ways to use the rings.
While that is a badass concept, and I'm like, I kind of love it. You did it with an old person, and your hot card has been revoked.
Mina's probably like, he turns
Exactly.
around, she like goes to touch, it's like somebody slaps her hand away.
Akira slaps her hand away.
Don't do.
Yeah.
Why go why?
The earrings are cool though. I could do that. I could do that.
And Kai just like slaps between the two of them.
Why?
Like, shut up.
You shut up.
Yes. They jingle a little. You should see the ones on my
No!
arm.
Please don't show us any more than we can already see. Thank you so much.
Please, no. Thank you. That's good. We're fine.
What are they for?
Each time the moon goes through a full circle, they honor Corlon Nerethian.
Well, it's going to be a lot easier to honor Coralon Larethian now.
Well, not when you're trapped in a place like this, surrounded by your own family for 800 years.
We are working on that, but we did reconsecrate the temple to Coralon.
I thank you for that. It does not change the desecration of my own family here.
We are also working on that and hoped that you might have some insights for us.
Yes. Come into the hallowed room. And he uses a cane as he heavily
Bitch.
he walks slowly and with great need for the cane. It looks like he's been in probably numerous battles throughout his millennial life. And the more you do the math, he probably was actually alive during the Menacing. And
How did
passes,
he not get menaced?
You can ask him that. He passes into a living room type area. The furniture here is centuries old. It's well kept, but it's also worn down as no one seems to have reupholstered anything. And he uses the cane and shakily sits down in a red armchair that is obviously beveled, where he has sat in this chair every day for a few hundred years. So, what have you to ask of the mayor, the man trapped in the manor?
I think we.
How did you come to be trapped here?
Why you won't come in? You're standing outside.
They're allergic to couches.
That's odd.
It is.
I've heard worse.
We're gonna go with it then.
You know, one time I actually sat upon a couch that was a mimic.
Oh,
that
it took a bite out of my backside. Would you like to see this?
So good. So good not seeing
We believe you. I was in the mouth of a mimic as well, and it was not fun. I can see how trauma to couches would develop from that.
Yeah, no.
I only use armchairs now.
Yeah.
That's smart. So
500 years without reclining upon a couch. Can you imagine?
Rough, buddy.
So how did you get trapped in your house, sir? The mayor's a sir.
Yes, I am. I believe that it was a little before the dear cleric turned dark. He came and was performing some form of rites down in the hollowed tombs below, and then slowly ghosts and phantoms, ghosts at first, those who had died recently, began haunting the woods around here, and I had no understanding of why, because there had never been battles or violence outside of the manor.
You know, as you say this back, are you beginning to notice a correlation?
He was a good man, you understand?
I'm sure he was.
We were friends for hundreds of years.
Great taste in jewelry.
I understand how frustrating it is when good men change.
He rubs his eyes and looks carefully at Mina, having just seemed to really be drawn to the tiara. Is that a child awake? I hear
What?
something up here. Sorry.
It's not the baby.
Okay. I hear noises upstairs.
I did not.
Ghost.
The bat again.
Oh no.
Again?
We don't want that on camera. I see. So you really did end him.
Kinda had to.
And you are not bothered by the crown of Corlan Larethian.
Nah, not much bothers me.
If it does not bother you, then you must be worthy of it.
Sure.
She's worthy of a lot.
I am sure. I can see. You have
I know
the
what you're
blood of nobility in you.
Huh? What? Oh, yeah.
Sorry, what do you mean by that?
Uh, it's obvious. Look at her ears. Look at her eyes.
Stop.
It,
I do frequently, but
I like this guy.
Is
The
Atreus an ear
shape.
man?
no.
Is that what I just got out of this? That Atreus is an ear man?
Her eyes. I look at her eyes. Okay,
Gold in them.
they're pretty.
Cool. Yeah.
What are you saying about my wife's eyes?
they only those of noble blood have these traits.
Oh, she is
yes.
noble.
I don't know how else to explain.
Unfortunate byproduct of Maximilian Finray. It's fine.
I have heard this name.
I bet you have.
He is.
A son of a bitch. I mean, yes.
Yes, that is exactly what we call the sea elves who. The sons of beaches.
Sons of. Yep, that's exactly. That was exactly. You're exactly right.
Robert,
Thank you.
you're so fucking cute.
You're welcome.
I like that you let Mina get away with a lot.
I forgot what our question was.
In what way are you trapped?
How you came to be trapped here?
Oh yes. So, as I have come to deduce at this point, my dear friend became corrupted. He corrupted the hallowed grounds beneath. He released my family, who had been turned by the menacing. He performed some rite outside of my home that twisted the trees, that anytime I would attempt to leave, they would beat and batter me back. They would close off any escape.
Well, the trees have changed since his passing. You might be free to go now, sir.
He leans forward and stumbles a little and uses his cane to right himself as he stares out the window. It's obvious he's not really able to focus at the distance, as he may have once been able to. Perhaps I did allow you to pass. My only visitors have been those who could travel by magic.
Well, we just did it normally.
I had a whole walking song in my head too.
There was something about 5,000 miles.
It's good.
Yeah, 500 miles. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so good.
One thing I would like to note, since coming into this area, KV has stopped translating for
You can
Torkel.
understand now?
Torkel can understand all of
Weird.
this.
Are we in the TARDIS? You don't understand what that means.
We're working on it. When you say you've had visitors coming here by magic, how many visitors have you had? And when was the last time Atraxes Barakian was here, and what did he say about me, and what is happening?
Basically, start from the beginning with the Traxxas Bracken.
That would be
From the beginning,
so nice.
these are two different men.
Yeah.
What?
When he first came, he was a man. I mean, not a man. He was an elf.
No, he wasn't. He was.
No, he was a man.
He was human.
He was a man. He came searching for the dead king.
Oh,
He came searching for immortality. This was many rings ago.
yeah, it would have been about 150.
Oh, that's probably both of my feet's worth of rings.
Oh, that's horrifying. In so many levels of horrifying.
You do not have good taste
Yeah.
in jewelry, like your cleric friend.
Yeah, your friend had so much better taste. I ain't never seen two best friends with the same aesthetic.
So when he first came, he came and visited. Very pleasant, little obsessed,
Uh-huh.
but he had attempted to sing the dead king and was denied entry. So he came here, and between my friend and I, we were able to. He was very persuasive, very, very smart. That one spoke very highly of you and your mother, and his passion for living this long life with the two of you and not missing the best part of your life as you grew up and got married and all the things that as a half-elf would have long passed his lifespan.
Yeah. Well, I wish it had. But,
Wow.
His heart was in the right place, though his obsession, you could very clearly tell, was turning dark. We arranged for a meeting with the dead king.
why would you arrange a meeting with the dead king if you could tell this obsession
Are
was
you
dark?
still able to do so?
Yes, of course. I am his vassal.
Uh-huh. Great. Cool.
We-
We'll track back
a
to
writ-
that.
I can give you a writ of passage that will allow you entrance over the lake of the dead and into the castle.
Can we circle back to that
Can we
in a second?
also get a map of the castle?
I don't know where you would get such a thing. I could.
Nobody in this town.
My hand is
Nobody-
not so steady. I could draw you
Nobody
a
in this town believes in
picture.
fucking maps, guy. Not a single one.
No, we have all of our cartographers left.
Because I saw this was bullshit.
It's very simple. When this plane and that plane become one plane, and then two, and then one, none of it really matters. None of it makes sense.
Wait, they became one
That's when the
and then
mist
two?
falls.
That must be
The
when
mist
the mist
falls
falls.
at night, yes.
And it becomes one plane.
Yes, that is when the ghosts rise and the phantoms lose their lose who they are.
So is that when we have to get to the king? Yeah.
Yeah.
If we desired to take the king's body from the ethereal plane and his spirit from the material one and swap them, how would one do so?
Is that even possible?
Well, returning his spirit to the ethereal plane, yes. Retrieving his body is the part we are unsure of how to do.
No, it would really depend if his body is living or dead.
Well, if his spirit is not in it, I assume it is dead.
What walks my town? What haunts my house? But the spirits of the dead still alive.
But did we
He has
just
a point.
establish that they become one at night, so we wouldn't need to find the body. We would need to find a way to keep the body here.
That would track.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I believe I got lost in the conversation again.
No, that's fine. We're not great at this. You were saying that you brought my father to the dead king.
Yes, they hit. I mean, obviously, the spirit of the dead king, the one that lives and sits upon the throne, They had a wonderful time. They seemed to hit it off very, very well. Atraxi stayed with him for quite a while. It was during this time that I don't know. No, it wasn't then that he was gifted the land. But they had some form of disagreement. And from what I've gathered in my conversations with the king since, is that the king would not grant Atraxes immortality unless Atraxes would stay in the Dreadwood.
Hmm.
And this was unsatisfactory to the one who wanted
I imagine
everything.
that would be counterproductive for his goal. So
Yeah. So that was when he became a lord.
No, that was when he returned as a vampire.
So,
He came as an emissary.
of the eclipses.
Yes.
Why?
To enlist the king.
The king isn't part of the Order of the Eclipses.
No, he is not.
So what happened?
Even I am not privy to that. You would have to ask one of the two.
Well, I can't find the one, and
Needless to say, they came to some form of agreement because the lands all around here were gifted to Atraxes, and he came and ruled them for a time.
And then where did he go? What did he do? What happened?
He vanished.
Just vanished. Just one day decided, hey, there's not enough blood to suck here. I'm going to leave.
Yes, he said that he was going to pursue something.
What?
Daylight. The daylight.
That does not make any sense.
it sounds like with what Night Render said a little bit. Well, fragments of what Night Render said.
Is there some sort of prophecy?
I wouldn't call it prophecy. But
could you say what it is, though?
I could find it in the crypt. It's part of some of the original spell.
It might be.
Wait, what spell?
Yes, the Menacing.
It
The
might
spell
be
for
very
the Menacing is
helpful
in the crypt.
to know it.
Well, many of the great crypts of our Lord's, the Dead King's kingdom, contain elements of the spell and contain elements of the curse and contain the wisdom that those of us who were left gleaned as we came to still the bodies of our
How many
loved
crypts
ones.
were involved in this menacing? Or, more broadly, how did it happen?
That is up to interpretation and rumor. I personally feel that our beloved king, in his grief and anguish, made a deal with some being, and the deal went awry.
Do you know how you were spared from the curse?
By chance, 1 in 4 were left here. That's just an average. Some towns were wiped completely. Some towns were
For what
spared
purpose?
almost entirely.
Do you know the purpose of leaving some?
To continue to create more. What is a kingdom that has no people? My people have a good life here.
But your people aren't the only people here. Whatever being cursed him has millions of souls to account for.
I do what I can for those that I can.
So you can offer us a right to visit the dead king.
Yes,
That
quite
would be
easily.
quite appreciated. I believe we also need to check out this crypt to see more of this prophecy and spell as well.
You will encounter the phantoms.
They are dealt with.
They walk in the day. My wife, my children, my father.
Is the crypt under the temple, or is this a different crypt?
No, this is beneath my
this crypt.
home.
Oh, that one.
Different
What do
crypt.
you mean this gate
This
key?
one.
Then we
Delightful.
will deal with them as well, and lay them to rest.
We're really
I-
good at that.
They rested for many years.
Do you know where their
centuries.
bodies are?
I have not been down because every time I had come close, my father has raised his sword at me.
They must be pretty pissed off.
Well, yes.
We don't have a lot of good luck with dads around here. Except for Torkel. This is nice.
No. Dorcas is nice. I want a nice dad. No, instead I get the dad that tries to kill you.
Very kind to me.
I never knew my father.
Fan-fucking-tastic. I'm so glad he was kind to you.
Which way to your
And I'm
crypt?
It is this way. And he stands and uses his cane and one hand on the arm of his chair and wobbles up straight. And it is 10:04, so I want to do a quick little check-in.
I should probably get
I've been yawning
going.
for the last
I'm
10
sleeping.
minutes.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
All right. The
If
crypt
you-
is for next time.
If you want to see us explore the crypt, check out our Discord. It's for free.
Yay!
Ow. Ow.
Now, did you have one in your eyebrow too? For a minute there, it looked okay.
Yeah,
It
It
fell
looked
off.
like you had it, but then I didn't see it, and I was like, did I just imagine that? That's commitment.
Nope. I've also got one in the
Wow.
nose,
Wow.
but it's black.
No, I can
so
tell
you
it's there
can't-
now. Yeah.
See it?
Now that you
Yeah.
pointed
What-
out.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
I don't know if I put it in the right way or
You
the
know
wrong way.
what
'cause it hurts.
sucks? This would have been so hot, and instead you made it an old guy.
You're
And
really
the hot
gross
Oh,
factor,
no.
like, yeah, really gross
Yeah.
old guy who wanted to show us his Prince Albert. I'm, like,
Yeah, because the ears
I
are just covered in
know.
piercing.
Well, I'm sorry that I made your ears look really cool, and then you decided to squander it on
It was
on
for
a
Old
old
Prince
guy.
Albert
guy.
Yeah.
We don't know his name, do we? Can we just call him
We're
Prince
gonna
Albert?
call him Prince Albert.
Mayor Albert.
There you go.
Mayor Albert.
Mayor Albert.
Mayor Albert.
That's
Nope.
not easy to say.
But here we are.
He deserves it. Here we are.
Albie.
Mayor Albie.
It's the worst. On that note, please do join our Discord. It is for
Dex
free.
has posted links to all of our
They will,
stuff. Thanks, Dex.
they will continue to make fun of me and my characters
All the time.
all the time.
Isn't that the point of D&D?
Yeah.
I mean,
the point
you're
of
right.
D&D is bullying your DM until you get what you
Or
want.
until he almost kills you, and then you
It's
beg
true.
him not to.
And then you beg him not to, and then you
Oh, so
cry.
true.
Um, yeah.
Man, I've been playing this all wrong.
Come on, you gotta bully the DM.
Why do you think Torkel hasn't made death saves?
Hasn't he though?
I have like once, Nema. I think that's the only time.
I think Nema.
Torkel and Mina are both like have like the least number of like have been in death saves.
I'm trying to remember if Akira has
this-
actually rolled a death save. I know he's gone down a few times.
I think
I think I.
Atreus has been really good about getting
Yes.
Akira back up.
Yeah.
I'm
You don't
suddenly
leave the-
feeling very offended.
You don't leave
Yeah.
the damage
Atreus
down.
may be an asshole.
Because if the damage is
Exactly.
down, the
No.
baddie just keeps hitting you.
Mm-hmm.
Atreus has learned.
And hey, there was that one time against Nema where Akira forewent shooting Nema again to bring Atreus back because otherwise the entire party would have been down and then it would just be Akira and that's his worst nightmare. Literally.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Akira and Atreus banter with each
I
other,
wasn't
but also
down. I was
they have
headed
to stay
the
alive.
bar.
Mina was out of the fray.
I was still doing damage from a distance though, so let's talk about that.
It's also true.
I'm gonna run away, but I'm gonna be real badass
I
about
throw
it.
everything I have as I run that way.
Sorry, you're dying, babe, but stay alive.
Yeah, it's back.
Alrighty, we shall see you
In the Discord
Next
and then
week.
next week.
in the Discord.
Sweet.
Good night.
Until next time.
I gotta go.
Bye.
Night, y'all.
Bye.